Y'all like Minecraft?
Cheers.
Cheers.
Water Earth. I got Last Airbender shot glasses for my birthday. So
Nice.
taking my shot out of the air shot glass down the hatch.
Oh, fuck yeah. I'm sipping ice cold water.
Oh yeah, that's the stuff, baby.
I could probably go have a beer. I'm allowed to drink. I'm allowed to have a drink on my license.
Oh yeah, that's the stuff.
That's the
Okay.
stuff. You're on it? Fucking...
Yeah, I'm still not used to the vodka yet, but
Yeah. What the fuck is... Well, hold on a second. Audacity, what are you doing, boy? Audacity.
Oh, hopefully-
There you go. Now it's... it was looking weird, but now
references.
we're back on. So,
Wait, hopefully I did it right.
actually, you did do it right, and you didn't
Hopefully
just...
move.
move.
Shit.
Is this your...
Okay, no, it's mono. Okay, no, it's good. We're
Good. Is this your first shot for the night?
Yes. I might take another, but we're not sure.
Yes. Well, it is currently the middle of the day, so I probably shouldn't be drinking, but that's fine.
Who cares?
How the fuck have you been?
I've been, admittedly, other than being a little lazy recently, I've been pretty good. You know,
It's appeared to be a fucking roller coaster for everyone. It's been weird. It's been weird.
yeah, it's a weird time to exist on this planet. I gotta say.
Fuck this planet. It's... Well, don't do that, actually.
Yeah, actually, we're trying to save this planet.
Yeah.
And I think we will. But we just have to get there. And then, but like, other than, yeah, I've just been a little lazy when it comes to my music because I literally have a song that's like 80% done and I'm just like, I should probably track vocals today. And I just don't.
Yeah, fair enough.
So, yeah, other than being lazy with that stuff, I've been pretty well. Actually, some news. I am recently unemployed.
Oh, no!
Because, okay, hear me out. So I worked as a delivery driver for Eat Street, right?
Yeah.
And they closed down business in Richmond. They literally like, they emailed me like 2 weeks ago. They were like, yeah, actually Richmond is actually really financially beneficial for us, but we're closing down anyway. Like, okay, great. So I'm out of a job right now. I'm probably just gonna get on unemployment because there's this COVID unemployment thing where you can get $600 a week on unemployment.
It's like a COVID supplement. I know most countries are trying to implement.
Which is like, yeah, I mean, if you add that up, that's like what some 30,000 plus a year, which is more than most, like a lot of people on actual salary jobs get. So I can get $600 a week just for existing, you know?
Yeah.
And you know, I'm gonna do that. So, cause I'm going back to school in August, and so for 4 weeks I can just get $600 for existing in the country. I'm gonna do that, you know?
Yeah, fucking hell. That sounds
Exactly.
That sounds pretty
like,
good.
I might. It seems like a good deal. So, but yeah, and there's I do want to. I'll get to it later, but I do want to talk about some music projects I have in mind because I've been brainstorming and we haven't done an episode of the podcast in a while. So
No, yeah. Oh, by the way, hi guys.
Yeah, hi, we're back.
We're back. I wanted to. We were planning on doing. Well, we brainstormed an idea of doing an episode around the time when we were both turning 21. Just for
And
the
that's this time. That's this time.
So that's what I thought this would be. And then whenever we do get to episode 40, that can again be a random as fuck episode. So this will just be, hey, what's up, motherfuckers? We're 21. Well, you are at the time of recording. I'm 4 days away at the time of recording.
Yeah.
So yeah, fucking woo.
We're getting there.
What the fuck did you do on your 21st?
I not much actually. I pretty much just chilled in my room, and then for dinner we went out to the ABC store, which is basically our alcohol store. It just sells all alcohol. So my parents took me there. We got the bottle of cherry vodka that I've been drinking.
Ooh.
That I've been taking shots of. Yeah, it's not bad. I mean, everyone says the brand of vodka that I don't remember the name. I don't remember the brand I got, but everyone says it sucks. I don't know why, but this is the only type of vodka pretty much that I've ever owned, or at least like noted. You know, like, because if I drank vodka before, it was more like, oh, I don't care what brand it is. Like, I'm just gonna drink it. Yeah. But I don't even remember the name off the top of my head. But we went there. I bought it, technically. I bought it with my mom's credit card, but they still asked for my ID. So, there you go.
Fucking.
And then we went out for dinner, and I ordered, like, a Bud Light. And they gave me a shot. They gave me a free shot because it was my birthday. This is funny. This is a funny story. So we went out to Buffalo Wild Wings for fellow Americans. Buffalo Wild Wings is epic, and you all know. It's basically like the sports bar. But obviously there's not a lot of sports going on right now. But so I just kind of got chicken wings and I had a Bud Light strawberry flavor. Was my first legal drink at a restaurant.
So wait, I thought Bud Light was a beer brand.
Yeah, but they have seltzer.
Huh.
So I got strawberry seltzer.
Fuck off truck, bitch.
So it was pretty good. It was pretty good seltzer. And then they gave me a shot called liquid marijuana. Nice. And I can't remember exactly what it was made of, but it had like coconut or something in it, and like a bunch of other fruit flavors. Dude, I was not like, it was a pretty big shot. Like it wasn't like a typical size shot. Like it was definitely like 2 or 3 times the size of a regular shot, or like what you would consider a regular shot. But that got me a little dizzy. Like I was a little bit like, oh my god, what's happening? It was really good. It was a good shot though. So if any of my fellow Americans ever hit up Buffalo Wild Wings, the liquid marijuana shot is pretty dang good.
My fellow Americans,
I'm gonna fucking pray.
Keep fucked up.
So yeah. Anyway, that's pretty much. And then since then, I've been like kind of slowly and steadily working on some music. Haven't been doing much, obviously. My last day of work was the Friday after my birthday, so the 17th. So I've been off for a while now, but it's actually a good thing we did this tonight because starting on Friday, my friends and I are going to the beach for the weekend, and we're going over to my friend's house to like kind of congregate there and then leave Friday morning.
Well, do you want me to mix the episode then, or are you good to do it still?
I can still do it. It'll be fine. Because I can probably do it tomorrow morning.
I'll just upload this whenever the fuck it's ready. Who gives a fuck about schedules?
Who cares? So yeah, I should be able to do it tomorrow morning. I probably will be too disoriented to do it tonight. But,
that is fair.
Yeah. So yeah, we're going to the beach for a weekend, and then when I come back, hopefully after that break, I'll be like less lazy when it comes to my music, because I have to remaster a few of my tracks so I can release an album. Nice. Got a bunch of anime covers. So like the last 10 anime covers I've done, except for Peace Sign, that's staying a single. But the last few anime covers I've done are all going in an album. I'm just gonna basically shove them all together.
Isn't it already on, like, partly there on Bandcamp already? Like,
yes.
Anime Covers Volume 1?
Yeah. So that's going to be the album. It's 10 tracks. And, yeah, it just needs one more. It just needs this last song that I'm working on, and then the rest of the remastered tracks, and it'll be done. So we'll get there, but I've just been lazy.
No, fuck, bro. Like, I do not fucking blame you. Shit's been fucking weird as of late.
Yeah, it really has.
Yeah, and literally because of the lack of fucking shit that's happening aside from personal shit for both of us, that's why we haven't made a lot of FireStorm content, because we've decided, fuck it. We did nearly 40 weeks of an episode a week
Yeah.
We're just
and
gonna
there's just not a lot going on right now.
Yeah, so now we're literally doing this whenever the fuck we want to. And we
Pog?
we got a few what was that?
I said NXT TakeOver 30 just got announced on my on my Twitter
Dude,
timeline.
actually, I want to bring up something about that in a sec, but
Okay.
yeah, literally so yeah, we're doing FireStorm episodes whenever the fuck we want to. There is a few we got planned for, like we want to talk about chill step music at some point.
Yes, I have a lot of good chill step artists that I just haven't been able to talk about that I would really like to.
Yeah, we want to do a guest episode with Mika and Perfect whenever, or like Mike, whenever we get the chance.
Yep. I need to talk to him about that.
Yep, and we also want to review ReZero Season 2, which is being split up into 2 parts. I believe the first 12 episodes coming out.
Yeah, 12, I think.
Yeah, and then in January 2021 will be the
a new one just came out today.
I know, I haven't watched it yet. I'm keen. And yeah, so we're still gonna continue FireStorm, just not weekly because fuck our brains.
Yeah, our brains are stupid, and plus there's not any sort of consistency right now in media because shit's getting delayed and like everything's just wrong. Everything's just shit right now. So because of all that, we just kind of got lazy. We basically what happened is like we got lazy and then we're just like, well, we'll just basically say we're just gonna just do it whenever we want and say that we made the executive decision, but really in reality we're just lazy.
It's not an executive decision. We're just like
we're just like what the fuck do we do? We ran out of ideas.
We got ourselves into this hole where we're just like, you know what, we do random episodes every 10 episodes, but what do we fill the gaps with?
Yeah,
but it's alright.
Exactly.
We're still fucking here. We're still on it. But
we're still alive. Barely.
Yes. So even though this is meant to be about us being 21, we're just gonna shoot the shit. Fuck you.
Pretty much.
I will bring up my 21st. I am just having a fuck ton of family and mates over, and I have made this really fucking stupid Spotify playlist, Trent's 21st, and it's like, because a lot of my family love like classic rock music, I've added a fuck ton of classic rock music, and then a fuck ton of the shit I like. And then, because I've got a fuck ton of mates that come by and like they do DJing and shit, I've added a bunch of hip hop shit, and it's the biggest clusterfuck of genres you'll ever see. So, because the plan is my family's gonna come around like 2 p.m. and then my mates are gonna come around 6 p.m. I just can't wait, and then I'm gonna have the same playlist just shuffling. I can't wait for the time where my grandpa rocks up and it's gonna play like DJ Khaled, and then and then at fucking 6 p.m. it's gonna play Eagle Rock or some fucking old classic rock shit, and it's gonna be hilarious. But
God.
Yeah, so I'm gonna get mega pissed, and that's in a few days. So I'm gonna get mega pissed. But other than that, I have crippling depression because
I have osteoporosis.
I've had a video is going up where I'm literally gonna be like, bitch, I don't know what I'm doing. Fuck it, and I'm gonna change up the way I approach YouTube. Yeah, check my video for that info. I'm gonna be approaching YouTube in a different manner, but I've got a few things I want to do on the platform, which is different to what I'm currently doing. So who the fuck knows what's gonna happen? But all I know is that my main, because I want to change up a lot of things because I'm just like, I'm stuck in a ball of nothing. So I am changing up how I approach. Yeah, I know, right? So I'm changing up the way I approach things, and the only 2 things I'm gonna remain consistent with is my fucking writing, because I don't know if you saw it on Twitter. I revealed the logos for the 2 main projects, Trials of Blood Vengeance and The Protector. Fuck, I'm so keen. I am writing them at the moment, and I'm excited. But yes.
How far are you with the at least The Protector?
The Protector, still a bit far off. I'm much further along with how the story is going to play out, because I was confused before about where I wanted things to fit in and where what parts of the backstory I wanted to keep and scrap. Now I've got the backstory sorted completely. It's fully written and it is ready to go, and it's just getting the rest of the actual story out in a novel form. I'm thinking. I'm still trying to think. A light novel or normal novel, and I'm just gonna write it, and depending on how big it is, I'll decide from there. Because I attempted light novel and it failed, but the original English light novel community is fucking growing by the day. So it's just like, I don't know, but
yeah, it really is.
Yeah,
I don't follow a lot of people there, but just based on your tweets, like, there's so many people that are just like. And it seems really supportive too. Like they are always like around there in the online space, just like looking and publishing their own works. It's really cool.
It's really surprising, but
yeah.
As well, like I'm going on this fucking I'm trying to do my best to work with mostly Australian anime artists from now on, just because I want to support local as well, and I feel like I'm gonna make it a whole fucking connected thing. Just work with some of my fellow Aussies and support them, and I've got a lot in the works. It will be a bit before anything is properly released again, but I'm still going to they're my priorities. I'm still working on them heavily, and as well I'm starting to work on a few other projects. I've got other friends that want to write shit as well, and I'm helping them out, and it's just like, fuck yeah, this is going to be cool. We still need to get along, because you said back at I think it was one of the random episodes, you wanted to write, like, what was it, a game or something? Or what did you want to do?
I wanted to try writing a like, I don't know, maybe like a light novel series. I don't know. It's still a long way in the future, and by long way I mean like at least 4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to try anytime soon. Like, I need to have an established music career before I try that.
No, fair enough.
So, but yeah, like, I do want to try writing something. But yeah, take your time. I'm not rushing it.
That's fair. No, that's absolutely fair.
Yeah.
But yeah, nah. But other than that, yeah, recently, in the past month, things have just been like, I hate everything. Yeah. And then like, you're gonna see a different side of me in the video that's gonna be released. I like just go on a ramble and then I tear down a poster. It's scary.
Nice.
I'm not crazy though, I promise you.
Okay.
Don't worry about it. It's not ominous at all. It's fine. It's all fine.
That's not a very convincing promise.
No, it's not. I'm sorry. It's fine. It's fine. I'm not crazy.
Don't worry. We've done enough of these to where I know you're not actually crazy.
No.
Shit's terrible right now. It really is.
Shit's terrible, and I was a little sad. That's
Depresso hours. Espresso.
I need my espresso to delete depresso. But
yeah.
Anyway, no,
exactly.
NXT. I wanted to bring up NXT. Fucking my boy Bronson Reed is in the ladder match for the NXT North American Championship. Fuck
yes. That's wait. Who else was announced for it? Did they announce it?
No. They announced people like are competing in matches to get into the ladder match.
Wait, did he beat Roderick Strong?
He beat Roderick Strong and Johnny Gargano in a triple threat match.
That's so good.
My boy Bronson Reed. He's. When I saw that and I watched the whole thing, and I'm just like, my boy, he's come such a long way. Like 2 years ago, I don't know how long ago, I watched his final match at Wrestle Rampage in Adelaide, and it was fucking sick. And now he's fucking in this match. I'm so
dang, if there's gonna be a 6-man ladder match at TakeOver 30, that's gonna be really good.
For some reason, I think I saw only 5 silhouettes. I don't know if it's a 6-man or a 5-man, but either way.
Yeah, either way.
Either way, fuck yes. I'm excited because my boy Bronson Reed just thinks he's a sick cunt. So, yeah.
That means Keith Lee's on double duty. Ooh, boy.
Yeah, he's gonna...
Ooh, boy.
Ooh, boy.
Bro, okay. I know we haven't talked in a while, but like that moment when Keith won, when he beat Adam Cole,
Yeah,
That
I
was so
know.
wholesome. Oh my god. He
That was
deserves
really
it
good.
too.
I'm glad Keith Lee. Everyone can finally bask in his glory.
Yeah, exactly.
It's gonna be
Double
good.
champ Keith. Honestly, like, I was thinking for a long time, like, who the heck is actually going to be able to beat Adam Cole for that title? And there was literally no one else that could have done it. Like, there's no baby faces on the roster that have it that Adam Cole hasn't already beaten or are like on the same level as him, except for Keith Lee. And I was like, well, he's not going to do it. He's already got the North American Championship, but he just did it anyway because he's Keith Lee and he's epic. So yeah, that was really good.
No, that was sick.
Oh, you're right. It is only 5.
Yeah, I don't know why, but anyway, yeah, no, fucking Keith Lee deserved that so much.
Yes, he did.
So many props.
What a
But,
talented man.
But holy fuck as well, like even everything that's just happened recently in the wrestling business, like holy mother of fuck, like it literally since we haven't had a proper for all those listening, we haven't had a sit down chat since the last Firestorm episode. Like we message fucking heaps.
Yeah, we pretty much we message a bunch,
but we haven't had a proper sit down chat, so we haven't had a chance to discuss a lot of this shit. But in the past month, motherfucker, like bunch of new COVID cases, then the speaking out movement, and like holy
yeah, I
fuck.
forgot about that.
All this
a bunch of
stuff.
allegations and
Yeah,
man,
shit. And
I was glad to see some of them weren't true, like the ones with Matt Riddle. I'm glad those weren't true
no, well,
because Matt Riddle seems like such a nice guy.
yeah. Now the Matt Riddle situation, like, did you see the video where he called out the chick as well on his Twitter?
I did not.
It's this chick that apparently he did have a fling with years ago that was like a trainee or something, and then when he said he didn't want to keep going and he went back to his wife, this chick just kept stalking him and making allegations and trying to like ruin his career because he didn't want to be with her. And apparently WWE knew about this situation when they hired him and did their own investigation and found him to he's not actually done anything like that before. He hasn't assaulted anyone. So yeah. Matt Riddle was completely he's
Thank
completely
goodness.
free. But then like see the one thing that gets me though is like back when I'd watched like companies like WCPW before it became Defiant and before it became Debunked. I watched a bunch
Before
of
it got dead.
before it got dead. Like I watched a bunch of the wrestlers like Travis Banks and El Ligero and all those that have been accused and fired from WWE. Most likely because their accusations were found to be true. So that just sucks because a bunch of the UK wrestlers
and Jack Gallagher too. That's such a shame.
And Jack Gallagher, yeah. So like that is just that's not good. Feels
bad, man.
It feels bad. Like it's that weird, dirty feeling you have of like I've supported this guy and they've done something this fucked. Like it's that weird feeling you get. And it's just like it's not good. But yeah, it's a rather unfortunate, but it had to happen eventually.
The wrestling business is such a weird one, especially regarding the dynamic between the men and women. Like you can definitely get your head full of steam as especially if you're a guy high on the card. Like we've seen it with guys like Enzo, for example. Leo Rush, I think, was guilty of doing some stupid shit backstage. Stuff like that. Like, you know, if you get treated pretty well, like it's easy to get your head full of steam, especially if you're a guy and you have testosterone and whatever else. You know, it's just how it is.
It's weird the way the wrestling business it's weird the way people in the wrestling business gain attitude about themselves because it's like even
and that doesn't grant them permission to assault women by any means at all. Like that's disgusting. But yeah, like it's just that they get their heads so full of they're so full of themselves that they find them like they think it's okay to treat women like objects or whatever. Like it's disgusting.
But that's the weird thing as well. Like with wrestlers in general, like the way of the business, like a lot of companies a lot of companies do sign wrestlers on to just work exclusively with them. But then even though WWE like say they do that as well. They have that technically their wrestlers are like contractors or whatever it is.
Yeah, so independent contractors, I think.
Yeah, and then like the indie wrestlers in the UK and Australia and all that, and like the way, because you are your own brand and you promote yourself, and then you get so big on yourself, like it's just like you're bigging yourself up that much to promote yourself that eventually you just gain a head full of steam and think, yeah, I can do whatever I want because I am popular. And then eventually, like they are stuck in their own head for that long, thinking they're the top shit, that they eventually think they can do whatever they want, and then shit like this happens. So it had to have happened eventually. Like everything that's been happening will eventually better the wrestling business as a whole.
Yes.
So despite the fact that many really good talents have fallen out of way and have been called out for their bullshit, at least it will at least it will cultivate a better wrestling business in the future. So yeah. But no, don't.
You know, dude. Yeah, don't assault women. It's bad. Please don't.
The main takeaway is especially for everything that's happened in the past month. Don't assault women. Don't assault men. Don't be racist. Don't be a cunt. That's literally fuck.
Basically, just don't be an idiot.
Don't be a dick. That is
don't be a dick.
The rule of thumb for life is don't be a dick. All right, fucking hell,
dude. Okay. Wait. Partially related, but have you seen Karrion Kross's entrance?
Yes.
Okay. No, stop. Now stop. Nope. I'm not saying that I would do anything unmentionable, but I would consensually assault Scarlett Bordeaux.
It's not assault. It's not assault. So you would
consensually
get together with her. Don't include the word assault, you dickhead. Just say
consensually. I would do something aggressive.
I would do something consensual to her. Ugh, fucking hell.
She's hot.
She's
really hot.
That entrance is intimidating. She is very, very attractive, and he is very, very evil.
Dude, he's so scary.
He is.
Dude, he's straight up terrifying.
Oh my god.
Like, it's, I think my fear of him outweighs my lust for her, you know?
Lust.
You feel me?
I feel you.
Yeah. Because he's terrifying. Like, he's 6'4" and, like, tattoos all over him. Straight bald, dude. He's scary.
That's the one thing that fucked me up. Like, for some reason, only, like, the past 2 weeks has, like, Bronson Reed been built up. And then now he's in this ladder match.
I mean, he's not going to win the ladder match, but, you know.
No. But then the week before, 2 weeks before that, he called out Karrion Kross.
Oh, wait. Trent.
What?
You know why there's only 5 silhouettes?
What?
It's because Keith Lee's already in the match.
Oh, of course. That makes so much more sense. He should
I'm
be
such an idiot.
He should be in the graphic then. That's fucking dumb. But that's fair enough. I just had like a what is Johnny, or not Johnny, Jimmy Neutron brain blast. I just had a brain blast. Got a blast.
Yeah, exactly.
Fucking anyway, but like a month ago, like Bronson Reed was like, oh yeah, I just want a squash match.
He was appearing every so often.
Yeah, he was appearing every so often. Then he won a squash match and was just like, oh, by the way, Karrion Kross, fight me. And no, was it Karrion Kross? Did he fall?
Yeah, I think. And I think that was his first match. Karrion Kross' first match.
Yeah, and then he got his ass handed to him, and then he went away for a week, and then he beat Johnny Gargano and Roderick Strong in a triple threat. Like, what the fuck? That's sick.
Dude,
but it's just,
he's epic.
Oh no, that came out of nowhere. But holy fuck, dude. Also, by the way, guys, as well, in this past month, we've just been gushing over music. And like,
yes.
Oh my god, Johnny Gargano's theme. I love it.
Dude, his theme is so good. His new theme is so fucking good.
Did you hear my really bad attempts?
I haven't heard it yet.
Okay.
I have not heard it yet.
It starts off pretty bad, but then I actually put effort into it and scream, and
nice.
Then it gets there. But no, we're trying something, guys. We can't confirm anything yet. We're trying something.
But not like we didn't just confirm it right there.
Shut the fuck up. No. We're trying something. Oh, fuck it. Anyway, fine. Confirm whatever. Did you know a female artist that would be able to do that humming?
Oh, what now?
You know that humming in like that. What is? I don't think it's humming, but you know, in the song that the female going. You know,
I might just get one of my friends to do it.
I was gonna say, do you know someone that would be able to do that well?
Yeah, no, I mean, I think I just might get one of my IRL friends to do it.
Yeah, fucking easy. Yeah, if they want. Awesome. But anyway, no, we're not. We haven't confirmed anything yet. Shut the fuck up.
What's confirmed?
Nothing.
Oh, okay.
My dick's big. Anyway.
Can't relate.
Can't relate. Oh, dude, our Twitter's been kicking off.
I had. Okay, so I posted that clip of Fairy Tale the other day, or that was yesterday.
That was great. That was
Thank you. That was a good clip. But I was literally because. Okay, for context, like, I basically put on some random show when I go to sleep for background noise, and I had Fairy Tale on. I'm still watching Fairy Tale, like, I'm not done with it yet, but I put on earlier seasons just because it's, like, background noise. But I was working on, maybe I was, like, scrolling through Twitter, and I just saw that come on my second monitor. I was like, I'm pretty sure they want us to look at the Fairy Tale emblem, but also they're showing her boobs, like, very close up. So I'm like, I feel like I can make a joke out of this, you know? And I did. So, there you go. But that's, that's the kind of shit, I think, there's Fairy Tale comes under a lot of fire, and I think that's a lot of it, is that they sexualize the girls unnecessarily, which I don't necessarily agree with, because, I mean, they definitely get unusually, like, they have an unusual amount of their clothes torn off. Like, I admit that, obviously, but, like, if you let the fact that you're just staring at her tits get in the way of the story being told, then really, who's the horny one? You know? Like, because they don't ever address the fact that, like, oh, she's half naked, whatever, she's, like, so close to being naked. Like, it's almost never actually addressed unless they're making a joke. So, and they usually don't make those kind of jokes when there's a big story going on. So if you let the fact that you're just too busy staring at her tits to get in the way of that story, then that's really your problem, honestly. So, I mean, that's how I look at it, because for me, it's never been an issue. Like, if it's just, oh, hey, she happens to be not very well clothed. Oh, well. Like, she's still a badass chick, That's just how it is. So, anyway. But there was a message we sent to each other a while ago. Like, I think I was talking about Demon Slayer, where, like, I was trying to recommend you something that would be, like, that would help, basically for escapism purposes, that would help you be like, I don't want to think about real life right now. And I recommend Demon Slayer is really good. But actually... What were you gonna say?
I agree. I've been confirmed. Like, I've been chatting to a few different people. Like, when Divide Music released his cover of Grunge, like, I talked to him for a bit, and he's just like, "Yeah, no, fucking watch it, mate." And then
Demon Slayer is so good.
And then JJ recommended it as well, and I'm like, fuck it, I really need to watch Demon Slayer.
It's so good.
I've been catching up with ReZero Season 2 as it's being released. That's what I've been doing as of late. And doing birthday-related shit and helping a friend build a fucking chair. So I haven't actually had time to watch it, but it is definitely the next thing I'm going to watch, apart from ReZero Season 2.
So good. But yeah, actually, what I was going to say is one of the very few shows that actually does completely make me forget about the real world is Fairy Tale, because it's so stupid. Like, one of the things... Another thing I think Fairy Tale comes under fire for is just for being stupid. It makes jokes kind of maybe at the wrong time, though it is subjective. It makes stupid jokes weird times, like maybe in the height of a battle or something. Like they're like the people battling are taking a rest, and some character off to the side will be like, "Holy crap! They just destroyed an entire building," or like some whatever. It's obviously that's not funny, but yeah, it's to the same effect. And I think, like, literally, it's one of those shows, for me at least. I really do think you would like it too, though it is a commitment. It's so dumb. You have to go into it thinking that, expecting to laugh. Like, you can't go in thinking it's like a super serious magic, all this other shit. Like, it's pretty fleshed out, but it's more than anything, it's like this, it's heavy on the comedy. It's heavy on making stupid jokes. So as much as there is serious drama and character development, there's just as much stupid jokes being thrown around. So,
you need that.
Yeah, exactly. We do need that. And, it's one of those shows that just kind of, like, I'm so invested in the characters by this point, though I am 200 plus episodes in. Like, I'm so invested in the characters by this point that I just love watching it. Like, once I start, I just can't stop. So, I do really think you would like it if you can get into it, and I think you will be able to, but you just have to start it.
It's like one of those things I need to plan to watch. Like,
it's intimidating.
It's like one of those things I need to plan to watch, like an episode every few days or something like that. Like,
yeah,
I did do that for like a period years ago.
Because 328 episodes is pretty intimidating. So,
yeah, no.
Although it's still not as bad as things like One Piece.
Oh god, find the fucking One Piece. What's taking you so long?
Yeah, right. Honestly,
I've got friends that somehow have caught up with all those long shows. Like I've got this one friend. She's a really good artist as well. She I've hung out with her and we've watched movies and that, and she's told me about all the anime she's watched, and I'm just like, how the fuck have you caught up with like Fairy Tail, Naruto, One Piece? How have you watched all of it? I don't get. It's just like, I know some people are that dedicated to it like that, and because like she said, she just has it on the big TV in the lounge room because her dad also doesn't give a fuck and likes watching it as well. Yeah. So she just has it on all the time.
Nice.
And I'm like, dude, I don't know how you pull that off, but if she can do it.
Jeez.
But no, Fairy Tail does look like one of the better big shows that I could put time into.
It's stupid, it's stupid, but it's the good kind of stupid.
Like stuff like Naruto, One Piece, Bleach, and all that shit. I don't think I could get into
I don't think I could get into One Piece. I might be able to get into Naruto, but it's like one of those, there's just so much of it, and it doesn't quite look like my thing.
Also, as well, people praise Naruto for its amazing fight choreography and stuff like that, but I know there's a 1.5 million other anime that have really good fight choreography.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
I'm not going to invest that many hundreds of episodes just for good fight choreography.
Yeah,
I know,
exactly.
I know as well it would have a really good overarching story, and all the powers and abilities and everything that Naruto as a world has is really interesting, but there is 100 other things I want to watch which doesn't take that much investment. So,
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so maybe in the future.
But yeah, those 24 episodes of Demon Slayer, oh man, it's so good, so good.
I've seen it praised everywhere.
It's because it is that good. It really is. I mean, I don't know why I talk like I'm the veteran. I literally just finished watching it, but
I mean, you've watched it and I haven't, so fair enough.
But I think it was voted Anime of the Year last year, and for good reason. It has everything going for it. It's literally got I think one of, if not my personal favorite protagonist of any show. It's the characters other than him are pretty solid, at least pretty solid. Have got some pretty good depth to them. The fight choreography is absolutely beyond incredible. There's one episode, everyone told me about it when I said that I was watching Demon Slayer. Everyone on my Twitter was like, just wait till you get to this episode. And it did not disappoint. It's got probably the best animation for any single scene I've seen in my life. It's incredible. So it's amazing. So Demon Slayer, it just has everything going for it. Like, even if you think like, even if it seems like a super serious shonen show, it's still got some really decent comedy going for it in places. It's just overall so solid. It's so solid in every area. So yeah. Dude, no. Why did you do that?
Sorry, I had to do
I'm
that.
so conflicted.
I just sent him a picture of Carrying Cross and
I'm so conflicted.
Yeah,
I have a half chub right now.
I agree though. From everything I've seen, Demon Slayer just looks top notch.
Just wait.
It's the next thing I'm going to watch, because like I do have a whole list of anime, but I know, like, just at least from the support given to this one, I am 100% watching it next.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But so yeah.
Yeah, highly recommend.
Fuck off with your text messages. The perfect edit. Okay. Sorry, I got a message from someone. Anyway. So yeah. Anyway, we're turning 21. You're already 21. You can legally drink now, so you don't have to worry about the cops kicking down the door and be like, "Hey, give me the alcohol."
No, bitch.
But now I'm turning 21. See, the original plan was, like, usually in our family, it's like a tradition. You either have a massive party or they just, like, parents just give you some money. And I was just like,
nice.
Like, originally my plan was, like, take the money and fuck off to Japan. Like, that's what we were planning on. But it's like, haha, COVID. So now we're just having a party instead. So that will be good. But I am sad that it looks like the borders are going to be closed at least till the end of the year. That's going to be fucking shit. And so now that you're unemployed, like, what's the update in COVID-ness in your area? Like, how is it affecting? Like, how will it affect school and all that?
Oh man. So I am going back to school. I will have a singular class in person. The rest of my classes will be online. But and I think my younger brother Jacob, who I'll say his name because I've posted him on Twitter a couple times. So Jacob is 18. He's about to turn 19. He'll be going to college as well. He'll be a freshman. So it's his first year, and he's kind of the same as me. He's still going to be going, and he's going to be staying on campus, but most of his classes are going to be online. And then for my youngest brother, who's still in high school, I don't think is going back at all. I think he's having, like, all online classes, which will be tough and annoying. But as for the US, it's not getting any better. I'll tell you that. And I'm sure you've seen all kinds of news articles on Twitter and all this other crap. It's true. The people are starting to ignore it, and who would have guessed they're catching it. So it's pretty stupid.
The dumb thing is that, like, yeah, I've seen that, but we've also got a similar situation with one state in particular. Like, all the other states, including my own, are like, oh yeah, we follow the rules, we're doing good now, some of the borders have opened up again so we can go into state. But then motherfucking Victoria walks in, and they're just like, nah, we're not gonna social distance, we're not gonna wear masks, and they're gaining like 400 new cases a day for for at least a week, and it's gonna continue because it's just Victoria, the dumb motherfuckers. They're the only ones that have fucked it up for us, and now restrictions are coming back in a little bit, but at least here in SA, I'm still good to at least host a party. And so we're still able to do some stuff. So it's alright. But yeah, just for us, Victoria's fucked up everything. But I've seen some of what's happening in America. You're right. They're just ignoring it, and then they're catching it. So
Yeah,
like,
it's mostly
good-
the southern states because in our country, people who have conservative views tend to go along with what our president says, and our president is mostly wrong, though he has been doing better than I expected him to be doing regarding the whole COVID situation. Honestly, I thought he'd do worse, but because I mean, at least he'll go out and wear a mask. I didn't think he'd do that, but it's because so basically Trump has mostly dismissed the virus. Like, you know, he says, "Oh, we're gonna fight it," whatever. Obviously, that's what any leader would say. But yeah, so the southern states who have largely conservative views are just kind of ignoring it, and then they're going out, and especially states like Florida who have had a lot of their stuff open back up. People have just started, you know, putting themselves in closed spaces and not wearing masks and all this other crap. And they've gotten like some sort of 1,000 cases in a day. It's ridiculous.
yeah.
My state's mostly been okay. Virginia's doing pretty well. Like, I'm sure we're probably even, if not gaining cases still, but we're definitely not on the same level as Florida, or any of the states like past, like in the southern half of the country. Even though we might be the southern half, I don't know. But either way, like, we're not one of the worst states. Like, it's more people like Texas, California, and Florida are the worst ones. Obviously, they're like the three. I saw a meme. It was the Harry Potter thing where what's her name, Professor McGonagall, was like, "Why is it when something happens, it's always you three?
You three blithering idiots."
And it's Harry, Ron, and Hermione, but they're labeled Texas, California, and Florida, which is just incredibly true for those. And any of you who live in the United States and follow the news will know that as well. It's incredibly true. Those three states are the ones that always get into trouble.
Sounds accurate.
Yeah. So yeah, it's rough, but I don't think it's gonna go away anytime soon. At least not entirely. I do think we're gonna start. At least some states are gonna start opening up things, at least to a minimal degree. I mean, we have restaurants open now and stuff. We just can't. We have to wear masks until we eat and all this other crap. But
that's the weird thing. Like, we still have like 2 meter measurement, like 2 meters apart thing,
Yeah.
and like we can eat in restaurants, but like then we don't have to wear masks. Like, they say, oh, if you can, wear one. If you can't, that's fine. But keep your distance. And it's like, okay, like they still don't know exactly what they want us to do. It's a bit weird. I don't know,
Yeah.
it's weird. But the only cases we've been getting here in SA are from people that are returning from overseas to quarantine, like, because they're coming home.
Yeah.
And then they already have it, and they're just like, well, stay in your fucking room.
yeah.
And I don't know.
And I mean, the thing is, it's not that. I mean, I'm not saying that it's not a bad virus, but I mean, if you have like a well-functioning immune system, like, you're not gonna get any sort of fatal repercussions from contracting it.
No,
It's just
exactly.
it's just spreading it is the problem. Because if
Yeah,
you
we
contract it and it's not that bad by itself, it's just once you start spreading it to other people who might have heart conditions or whatever, then we have a problem.
Yeah, I think we talked about this in the random episode that got taken down and nearly got our channel deleted. Yeah, literally, it's killing older people. It's killing people with shitter immune systems. Like, you can carry it and have it and be like, oh no, I can't taste anything for 2 weeks, and then it will go away. But then it's like, anyone can be like, you can easily just pass it on to someone that will be more vulnerable and fucking die.
Bacteria's
so
fucked.
Yeah, in regards to it being a fucked virus, it's like, yeah, it's shit the way it works, but it could have killed many more people if it was a different type of virus. But
yeah,
I think overall we've been able to deal with it pretty well. But like, fuck.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It's definitely annoying.
Damn it, Wuhan, China. I can't wait to be banned in
Who
China.
ate a bat? Whose bright idea was that? What wise guy decided they should eat a bat? contracted some virus.
I want to check our demographics and see how many people from China watch us, and it's going to be nothing because we're going to be banned in China. Fuck yeah.
Bro, even though it's so bad and kind of racist, I still laugh when Donald Trump calls it the Chinese virus, because it's just like, it's so bad. Like, you shouldn't do that, but I mean, like, to a certain degree, it is true.
I know, but it's in the same way. You shouldn't call it that, though. Like, I know, but it's in the same way that, like, when other viruses have come from other countries, no one's ever referred to it as, like, oh, that's the Japanese virus. That's the Indian virus. It's just this one time. Virus. It's just this one time he's come out as that this is.
I mean, it's the same thing that I laugh at when Trump says literally anything else. Because, I mean, he could say literally anything, and I would probably laugh at it.
It's just the way he talks.
It really is.
The way he talks, coupled with the dumb shit that explodes from his mouth, it's just. But dude, I remember I watched a fucking. Oh my god, what did I watch? It was like some speech he was giving. I want to actually talk about this. For some reason, my parents are now. My parents are somewhat Trump supporters now. It's really weird to see. They're just like, oh, all the media's all trying to paint him as a bad guy. He's literally doing like. There's nothing but negativity from the media against him because he went out of the. He was different from the grain, and he
says some dumb shit.
He did different shit, and then he got in, and now the media want to try and take him down. It's just like, yeah, but then I literally come back with, you got to admit though, a lot of the shit he says is dumb. Even when you watch a full half-an-hour interview and don't take any, like, 20-second clip out of context, a lot of the shit he says is really fucking dumb.
A lot of the shit he says doesn't really make any sense. No. And I will say, I have to admit, because recently I went to Florida to visit my grandparents, who are really big Trump supporters, and I've always been pretty anti-politics for the most part. Like, if I ever got a political opinion of any kind from maybe a friend online, I was usually pretty easily swayed to one side or the other by a convincing argument. But, and that's still true, because my dad, he's not that conservative. Like, he doesn't really support Trump, but he is pretty conservative, and whenever I bring up an opinion to him that, like, one of my friends said online, because most of my friends online are pretty liberal and anti-Trump, I'll like bring it up to him sometimes, and he'll pretty easily debunk it with a pretty logical and convincing argument. Though obviously my dad's 50 and has a lot of life experience, so it's one of those things. Like, I'm just pretty, like, I like being able to think for myself, and I'm like, even though I don't like the things Trump says, like, they're stupid and sexist and racist, like, he's not, the media definitely is out for him, because when I was watching the news with my grandparents, they were talking about something he did, and I'm not exactly sure what it was, but I think it was like withdraw from some kind of multi-country conference or something like that deal. Mm-hmm. Who cares? But they were talking about it, and they presented the two sides of the argument. They had these two outside guys present their side of the argument, and the guy who was against Trump basically had no argument at all. It was basically like, well, his argument could be boiled down to, well, Trump did it, so it must be bad. And the other guy, who was for the move that Trump pulled, presented all these facts and figures and statistics that backed up why what Trump did was a good decision. So it's kind of hard to say that everything that Trump does is bad, because when you have people like that guy who are backing up his arguments with facts and stats that say, hey, this was a good move, whereas the other guy against it was like, Trump did it, he bad. It's not very convincing, and it just shows how shit of a political system not just we have, but literally most people around the planet have. Like, we can't think for ourselves. We're so easily swayed, like, by just a mass movement of something against a certain leader or whatever, or for a leader. Literally, we're such a, like, bandwagon type society these days. Like, we don't want to go against the current.
It's really weird, because it's kind of like with any political figure now, you have to weigh their positives and their negatives.
Yes,
like,
exactly.
For Trump, like, he has shown examples of being racist, he's shown examples of being sexist, but then, like, everything he's done with, like, pulling out of these multi-country deals or whatever, it's allowed America to give more jobs back to Americans.
Yes.
Which is why a lot of people support him, because he's bringing...
He has done pretty well for the economy. He has.
Yeah, he's done pretty well for the American economy and nowhere else. And in all honesty, that's fair. Like, focus on yourself. That's kind of what I wish Australia would do, instead of outsourcing, like, everything to China and making everything independent and being bought by big Chinese
cheap
companies. Cheap foreign labor. Instead, what Trump has done has allowed more Americans to get more jobs, but then there are other things he's done which has put people into poverty. There are other things he has done which
he definitely has done some stupid shit.
And then,
and
like,
said
the
a
whole
lot of
thing,
stupid shit.
and the whole thing about not allowing transsexuals into the army, and, like, a lot of the... See, like, that's the thing. Positives and negatives.
Yeah.
He's brought more jobs, but he's a massive fucking cunt in the way he treats people. So, yeah, it's fucked. It's so fucked. But,
I'm not a big fan of... I just don't like when people... Especially, like, a lot of people nowadays who are what we would say they're liberal, because liberal views support, like, technically if you support LGBT, that's a liberal thing. Even though it really should just be a human, like, common sense thing. It should just be a common sense thing, but technically...
They're trying to classify things.
Yeah, it should just be a common sense thing, but it is technically a liberal view. It's progressive. So, I forgot where I was going with this.
So wait, wanting to be progressive is a liberal thing?
Yes. So that's why liberal versus conservative. Like, if you're conservative, you want to keep it like what you already have.
Okay,
like,
yeah.
Stick with traditions, whereas liberals are more progressive.
Okay, fair enough. Yes, that makes more sense. Yeah.
So, yeah, if I forgot where I was going with that, but, like,
in a comparative way, that's why that makes more sense. Like, in like Australia parties here, the Liberal Party wants to maintain the balance of you work and you earn your money and you get what you work for, whereas the Labor Party in Australia want to have, like, contingencies in place for any situation. If you're unable to work, you'll still be able to earn money in a certain way. But that, in turn, even though, fuck the Liberals, they've done a lot of shit to sell shit to China and burn half of Australia to the fucking ground and not being prepared for anything, if we voted in the Labor Party, then most big companies would still want to leave anyway, because the pay rate for people would go up. I don't know, big fucking argument, doesn't really matter. But yeah. Positives and negatives. I don't know where your argument was going.
I remember.
I just went on a tangent.
I know, I totally remember. Okay, so like, a lot of, like, supporting LGBT is like a liberal argument. So basically that kind of argument is like, hey, everyone should have rights no matter how they choose to express themselves, which is basically common sense. Like, of course, if you're a human being, you should have the same rights as everyone else. But I don't really like it when all of a sudden they 180 on that and don't give people who disagree with them a fair chance. And especially when they say things like Donald Trump should die. Like, I don't think he's a good person, but that doesn't mean we should, like, wish death on anyone. You know?
No, see,
like,
that's the thing.
Because that's exactly the opposite of what you've been preaching, like what you support. You support fairness for everyone and everyone having the same rights, but then when all of a sudden you 180 and be like, hey, Donald Trump should die, he's fucking cunt, like, all of a sudden you've just completely, you turn into a hypocrite. You've, like, completely gone back on what you were just supporting. So I don't really like that, and I don't think Trump's necessarily a great president. I don't think he's, like, overall, like you said, weighing those positive and negatives, he's probably on the negative side, pretty far into it. But, like, that doesn't mean we should just wish death upon anyone that disagrees with us. And again, it should be common sense, right? Supporting LGBT, but again, I don't think, like, just because they were raised in a different environment where LGBT wasn't a normal thing, I don't think that means we should outcast them. I think they just means they haven't opened up yet. And old people as a whole have a hard time accepting people, trans people, gay people, whatever. because they were raised in an environment where that wasn't a thing. So, or they were normally looked down upon. So it just because that's just, and if they're not progressive, that's their own choice. But either way, that's going to fade out of society eventually. They're all gonna die. It's fine. You know, like, they'll die eventually. Okay?
Yeah,
like,
that's the fucked thing. In 20 years, when all the people that were harnessed and had primarily those views, when they pass away, then there's going to be nothing but the people that have the second-hand opinion of, boys and girls, that's all that's left. And then there's going to be twice as many people being like, you know what, no, I'm transsexual. Yeah. And then, yeah, you're right, it's going to fade out, and they're going to be outnumbered eventually.
Yeah.
So,
exactly.
Yeah.
So I don't think we should be, it's just, we have to be able to treat people, like, and understand where they came from. Like, treat people with respect, I guess is where I was going. We need to understand where they came from.
I might make my hashtag on my Twitter, hashtag don't be a dick.
Yeah.
Because that's just my philosophy in life. Don't be a dick. Just
honestly.
Be nice. Be nice.
Be a considerate human being.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just that. It's like being able to take a step in their shoes. But yeah, I don't really like when people start being hypocritical like that, because I want to be able to support all my friends, and no matter, like, and I like the fact that I'm not really someone who enjoys debating or arguing, but I appreciate the fact that some of my friends and I can disagree on certain things and still be good friends.
Yeah, I had a really like positive experience with that before, because like, I had one of my friends on Facebook who, when I shared something that was giving the reasons why, like, the Liberal Party, no, I shared something, what was it? It was I don't know, I shared something, a buddy like made a really good, like, try to argue against it was 5G technology, that's right, 5G technology, because, like, it was proof that certain people were getting brain tumors when a tower was put up around that area, or something like that. And then I shared it, had a good argument with this bloke in the comments I used to work with, and then it was fine. And then, like, we left it at that with the argument. And then a couple months later, I shared something of being like, Liberal Party, they fucked up with coronavirus. And the same bloke comments, yeah, no, they completely dropped the ball. They fucked it up. And I'm just like, positive discourse. We agree and disagree on some things. Friendly handshake. Thank you, my friend. So it's just like, it's good. I have been able to surround myself with those types of people which I can have good arguments with, and not leave the argument hating each other. It's just, we disagree about this topic. That's completely fine. Yeah. So have positive, friendly discourse with people. Yeah. And I mean, like I said, I'm not, don't be a dick. Like I said, I'm not big into the just debating or arguing for fun. Usually if, like, a potential argument comes up, I usually just kind of ignore it or whatever. Like, I just kind of move on. I don't really get involved. Actually, there was some drama on Twitter recently. You probably didn't see it, but it's because it was mostly in the Pokemon community. But people just I tweeted about it, hoping to clear up a misunderstanding. But basically, there was this screenshot of a subtitled, like a screen cap of subtitled X and Y episode, where Serena said something like, oh god, what did she say? She said, all girls should maintain their appearance and make themselves look pretty. And a lot of the females obviously took that screen cap personally. They, like, because it was basically, the subtitles were basically implying that all girls should make themselves look pretty at all time, and they should all be super feminine, etc. Like, that's basically what they were getting from that screenshot. I tweeted out something saying that it was a mistranslation, where it was basically using the wrong, like, pronouns, basically. So I hope to clear that up, but there was still a lot of drama going around, and it turned into an opportunity for people to start arguing with each other and posting their opinions unwarranted, and really dragging each other down and parts of the show and whatever. But we've definitely talked about social media and people being stupid on it before. Yep.
But I wanted to address this is something I wanted to talk about, because something I do, and I do this probably more than you think. I'm big on, for social media, I'm big on just not saying anything, on not getting involved. Like, if you see something that doesn't involve you directly, and it maybe is not congruent with your opinion, it's something you don't want to see, you disagree with, you don't like I see stuff like all the time on my timeline, like constantly people are like, straight people are doing this stupid shit, or white people are doing this stupid shit, or straight people be like, haha, I'm stupid and only think of my dick. And, part of, it's true to a degree, but, it's stuff like that kind of, it doesn't involve me, but it might be, it's about a group that I'm technically a part of, but also I'm not like that. And my friend who posted that knows that very well, that I'm not like that. So it's not an attack on me. Or if I see an opinion from someone that I disagree with regarding anything, if it's politics, if it's something regarding a character of a show, if it's regarding the overall opinion of a show, sometimes if it really, really gets on my nerves and I want to say something, what I'll do is I'll start typing out a reply. I'll reply to the tweet and I'll type out all my thoughts. I'll get my thoughts into a way that fits into 240 characters, and then I'll delete it. I'll not respond, because you shouldn't have to be influenced by anyone online unless you want to be. Because you have your own opinion and you're entitled to that opinion. You don't have to let anyone change that for you. And I do think it's important to have your thoughts collected on a certain thing, that's if it's that important to you. If it really got on your nerves, then you should collect your thoughts on it, but it doesn't mean you should get involved. So that's what I do. And it works. It really works, because what it does is it lets me type out my thoughts, get them all in one place, and then I'm not involved. I don't get myself involved where I'm not already like a part of the argument. Like, I don't want to start an unnecessary argument if I don't have to, because that would make it unnecessary. That's why I said unnecessary. But it's so it's if I'm not involved, I'm not going to get involved. I'm not going to involve myself. And we really should make a habit of that as a whole on social media websites. We should just not interject ourselves into arguments that we're not already involved in.
No.
Like, it's just a stupid thing. Like, nobody asked for our opinion. Nobody wants to hear it. But that doesn't mean you shouldn't have it collected for yourself, because once you have it like there and you know what it is, you'll feel better, and you'll be less susceptible to having it swayed and getting pissed off about it. Because there's no reason for you to get pissed off from some random stranger's opinion on the internet that disagrees with yours.
No, see, that's the thing. Like,
it's literally a random stranger.
I agree. I myself have been outspoken about things like, say, if a new policy gets introduced, I will share it and just say, hey, this doesn't sound good. But if someone, what you said before about if someone, like, personally denounces or, if someone shares their opinion that is against the values that I have, or if someone says something like, white people be like,
yeah.
And I'm not going to go in and be like, not
actually, I'm not like
this. I'm not going to go ahead and do that. That's
it's stupid. It's not a direct attack on you. It's not meant to personally offend you.
No, I am not. That is petty, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's very human to be defensive about that kind of thing. Like, if you see some, because especially like I'll be the first to admit this. I'm not a huge fan of how people can go online and talk shit about straight people, but when you do that about gay people, it's all of a sudden not socially acceptable. I'm not a huge fan of that, but I realize that if we don't treat gay people with, or like LGBT people as a whole, with some sort of special treatment, then nothing's going to get better in society. They're not going to ever be treated like normal people. So I'm not a huge fan that people can go on like, oh yeah, straight people are so stupid, I hate when they do, etc., whatever. Like, it does kind of get to me sometimes, and that's a human thing. Like, you know, you shouldn't be.
It's kind of like
ashamed
they're
of that.
they're preaching equality, but they're not able to take equal amount of shit. It's like,
exactly.
I'm more than happy to take shit for being white and straight.
Yeah.
And I'm happy to give shit to other people for doing things which are white and straight. That's why I think it's fucking funny when someone's just like, what did you do? I was just like, I sat and listened to music in my car while drinking a Starbucks coffee. That's very white, my dude. But, I'm also going to give my black mate shit for eating nothing but fried chicken and watermelon. I'm gonna be like, my dude.
So it's another one of those things, like when you see, especially because I have some LGBT friends who will straight up attack like straight people as a whole, especially straight guys, and because we are stupid and we're like, we for some reason have this. A lot of straight guys have this like. They think they have protection over the internet to say horny shit to girls when it's not warranted, and it's not appropriate at all in any sense, in any context. But it does sometimes get to me where I'm like, okay, well, you shouldn't have said that. That's mean, and I don't like that. And that's a very human thing to happen. Like, you shouldn't be necessarily ashamed of that, but that doesn't mean you have to interject yourself, and it wasn't a personal attack on you. So, like, that's how I always resolve my thoughts. I always, like, take a deep breath. I'm like, hey, this is my friend. He or she knows that this isn't, you know, she knows that I'm not like this. He or she already knows that. And, you know, so you don't have to get yourself involved. It's like, you don't have to say, oh, I'm not a pedophile, whatever. Like, you don't have to say that. You don't have to get defensive. You don't have to get defensive. Even though it's natural to get defensive, when you're able to shrug that off and just be like, hey, I am who I am, and if someone doesn't like that, then they can fuck off.
So that's the thing. If someone's posting something on their timeline, it doesn't mean they're literally targeting at you.
Yeah, exactly.
They're sharing a thought or an opinion. It doesn't mean it's an attack.
And usually it's usually like that, an observation. And it's usually based on a single person who they don't like. And chances are, if you're like on their timeline and they're on yours, you probably are pretty cool with each other. So it's not an attack on you. It's just like one observation from someone they met or talked to online. Like, it's so being defensive about that is normal, but like when you're able to shrug it off, that's when I think you understand that your role on the internet is minimal, and you shouldn't get yourself involved in these stupid arguments for literally no reason. You just look like an idiot when you do that. So, but yeah, it's very human to get defensive. I just don't think we should. And you know, I don't think it's necessarily bad to be defensive, but I do think we should learn to take jokes, right? I think we should know how to take a joke, because a lot of people on the internet don't know how to do that.
Nowadays, in this new age where
no one knows how to take a joke,
it's just like we want everyone to be equal and for everyone to have a voice spoken, but you need to also have thick skin and be able to take a joke.
Yeah, like if you can't take a joke, like get the fuck off the internet, honestly.
Yeah, but people need to realize that the internet's a fucked place.
It really is.
And like a lot of the stuff you gotta just either ignore or you just gotta take it and be like, yep, no, fair enough. Like, see, a lot of the
like
things,
respect someone else's opinion.
Like, and you gotta realize when someone's telling a joke and when someone's actually being a dick.
Yeah.
Like, if someone just literally comes out of the waterworks and says, I'm going to kill all the trans people, then yeah, fucking call them out and make sure they get put, like, make sure they are pushed away, because it's just like, that is a fucked thing to say, and that is incredibly wrong in all manner of the words. That's not an opinion, that's just, you're literally wishing death upon someone.
Yeah.
Don't wish death upon someone. And it's just like, but you need to also realize, if someone is just telling a joke and being friendly, then a lot of people are going to take that as a joke. Like, that's the one, like, that's the meme that's going around. Like, have you seen the whole, the thing about, with the game Ghosts of Tsushima?
Yeah. I know about the game, but I don't think I've seen the meme.
No, there's not a meme. There was a controversy going around about how a bunch of white people got offended on behalf of the Japanese people because they believed that the game was misrepresenting Japanese culture.
What?
I know. And then
we're stupid.
Japanese game reviewers came out and said, actually, no, this is fine. And then the white people said, no, it's not, it's wrong. And then like,
no wonder people hate us. We're idiots.
I know. And so it's like, shit like that. That's not the full story. There's a lot more context to it, but that is a very dumbed down version. It had something to do with like IGN reviewers or something. I don't know.
Anyone who takes IGN reviews seriously in 2020 should not be on the internet.
I know, but yeah, that's just a dumbed down version of it. A bunch of Western culture people got offended on behalf of the Japanese culture, even though the Japanese culture thought, no, this is fine.
Stupid.
It is. And speaking of Japanese culture being demoralized,
smooth transition.
You've seen this thing about Amazon and
they're taking off light novels and shit, dude. I'm so upset.
They're taking down light novels because a few people complained, like, oh, this is it's showing off women being like attacked, women girls depicted of being underage, involved in sexual situations and love and like other shit, and they want those like No Game No Life, for example, you know.
Oh, what? God damn it! I'm so mad. I still need to get those. Where am I gonna buy them? God, fuck.
A bookstore. But it's just like so a bunch of people complained about that sort of shit, and Amazon caved. Even Amazon are now taking down anime statues as well. It's really fucking stupid.
God
it's
damn
just
it.
Like
piece of shit.
It's fiction, you stupid motherfucker.
Literally did not happen in real life.
It is fiction. It is if you're allowed to sell like a biography, or if you're allowed to sell an autobiography, or if you're allowed to sell like a depiction of like events that happened in World War II, if you're allowed to show all this shit, then honestly, a fucking cartoon chick getting punched in the face, even though she's punching a guy in the face, or they're punching each other in the face, doesn't mean it's wrong against everything.
I mean, okay, like, we know a lot of light novels are gonna have scenes where the protagonist squeezes someone's tit, okay? It's gonna happen. But it's never depicted on the cover, so I don't see the problem. And by someone, I mean a female's tit, to make that clear, just to clarify in case you were confused.
Man titties, no. But fucking bullshit.
Mine are not really squeezable, to be honest.
Dude, I had the most squeezable titties. Anyway, with that terrific ending,
before we go. No, this isn't bad. Okay, before we go, I just want to talk about a future project I'm working on. So just because I wanted to, I've been thinking about tweeting about it, but I don't really care. So just because I probably work on it a lot and then tweet about it, like when I've actually made progress. But this is like the first pretty big project involving original music that I will probably actually do and have a pretty good idea like for how I want to proceed. So I've got like the first anime cover album, and I've got another album coming out pretty soon of the Pokemon movie endings. Once those are both done, I'm going to start transitioning to a slightly less frequent uploads on my channel, in favor of, because I'll still be doing some anime covers. Like I want to cover Garenge because I'm a sucker for that song. It's so fucking good. And some other, like a few other anime songs as well. Like I've plenty I want to look at. But I actually am thinking about doing a few songs, at least like, I think in my plan I had 6 or 7, I can't remember exactly, but around that number of original songs based on the Pokemon anime, which obviously I'm pretty involved in the community these days. I know a lot of people who, like on Twitter and stuff, I've made a lot of friends who are really big into the anime, even more than I am, like way more. Like they fucking tweet about that shit every day, and I just don't have the energy to keep up. But yeah, I want to write some music about that, because it's one of the, it's, you know, people write songs about all kinds of media these days. Like, you know, you have your Divide Musics who write about Demon Slayer and My Hero Academia and all this other cool stuff. So I think I wanted to start my first big original project like that on the Pokemon anime, which is basically how I started like my life in media like this when I was like 5. So, and you know, 16 years later.
So rather than doing covers, you want to do songs that are inspired by this.
So I still want to do covers. I'll still be doing some occasionally. Like I said, I want to cover Grungy really bad. Like every time I listen to it, I'm like, oh my god, I want to sing this so much. But yeah, that'll be something I do down the line. I've quite a few anime covers I want to tackle as well. A lot of My Hero Academia stuff. And some more fairy tale music, obviously. But yeah, I want to do a song based on some of Ash's coolest Pokemon and ones that are most in depth. Like definitely, like Pikachu's gonna get a song for himself. Like, because obviously people write songs based on characters in shows. Like we'll write songs based on Natsu in Fairy Tail, or Deku in My Hero Academia, or Bakugo, or whatever, what have you. So it would be something to write a song about Ash, because he's been the same protagonist for 23 years. But I think it would be more interesting to write about characters who go through these like story arcs in just their kind of own individual series, other than Pikachu, obviously. But
I need you to do one about Chimchar.
Infernape's definitely getting one. Yes, I have an idea. Like, so this is a big difference. So, basically, one of my biggest struggles when writing original music is that I just don't. A lot of times, I start writing something and I'm not sure where I actually want to go with it. Like, I just have this very, very basic idea. And then I'm just kind of like, well, I'll just start it and build on it from there. But with this, I have a lot. I've been brainstorming for maybe a week or two now, and I have some really good ideas for each song and like how I want it to proceed and the kind of style I want to take with it. Because obviously they'll all be in different styles. Like if I write a song about Pikachu, it's going to be more of like a fun rock style song. Whereas if I write one about Charizard, then it's going to be more aggressive and intense. So there's a lot of brainstorming that goes into like the style there. So now, and actually I wrote a song about a year ago now, but it didn't come out until November of last year with Sword and Shield. It's called Battle Stance. And the reason that turned out so well is because when I started writing it, I had such a clear idea of what I wanted it to be in my head. And when it came out, it was like, yeah, that's basically it. That's what I wanted it to be. And now with this, I feel the same way. I'm feeling inspired. I'm feeling ready to be creative because I've gone, almost 5 years now doing remixes and covers. So I'm ready to start. I'm ready to start doing my own thing. So now that I have these clear ideas, what were you going to say?
And not only that, like with it creating original music, but like such as Divide Music and Fable and all that, the way like being inspired by a topic or a character or whatever.
Yeah, and I'm just generally feeling creative. As well.
Yeah,
which is good.
At least with like this idea of wanting to create songs on Pokemon, you have witnessed their whole arcs play out.
Exactly.
So that it is a lot more. It's a lot easier than just coming up with an original song and not knowing where you want it to go. Yeah. Whereas you've witnessed these arcs start and finish, so you know how it progresses and how to do something around that.
That's really going to help me lyrically, and it's also going to help me thematically with each song. So, and yeah, so I've come up with a few ideas, like I know where I want to take, like, even stuff as minimal as like how I want the drums to sound, how I want to play the guitar for this particular song, like what kind of style of rock I want to do, because they're all going to be rock, obviously, but they would be like, I know how I want it to progress, like I know what I want it to sound like, and having that vision in my head is really important for writing music, because with some of my earlier original music, I just kind of like built it from nothing. But with an idea in my head like this, I feel like I'll really be able to create something good, and maybe and even like kind of create my own style, like kind of solidify what kind of style of music I want to write. Because even just amongst like all the different rock styles that I'll be tackling with those 6 or 7 songs, there's obviously going to be themes to like how I write the lyrics and how I write the melodies for those, because even if you look between bands, there's a lot of differences in how they write their lyrics and how they implement them into the songs. Because you'll notice for a band like, I don't know, Breaking Benjamin, for example, their lyrics are a lot simpler, and throughout each of the different verses, they mostly have fairly simple melodies that just repeat from one verse to the other with different lyrics. But if you look at some other bands, they have verses that are really different from each other, and choruses that are a little more complicated and wordy, that aren't as catchy as some Breaking Benjamin choruses would be, for example. So it just kind of having stuff like that, being able to tell the difference in that kind of thing, and being able to figure out where I want to go with my style of writing. It'll be fun, but we just have to get there. So, because it is going to take a while, but that's basically why I wanted to talk about, because it's obviously very early stages now, but this is the thing I've brainstormed for a lot of original projects that will probably never come to fruition, but for this one, I'm feeling really confident about it. Nice. Obviously, I'm only like 2 weeks in, but I'm still feeling good about it. So
that's the one difficult
important.
that's the one difficult thing about being a creator in the type of field we're in, is that just holding on to an idea and seeing it through all the way to the end, rather than just leaving it as an idea. That is one of the most difficult things.
It really is.
And like,
I know, because I remember when I was writing stuff, even just writing fan fiction when I was like younger, like I had so many ideas that just never happened. So I know it must be tough as some, like, for you who writes books and stuff, like there's probably so many ideas that just probably will never see the light of day.
So that's the thing, is even like, not only as an author, but I can imagine as a musician, like I'm not a musician, but I have wanted to dabble into music before, and I've got lyrics on my phone from like 4 years ago that I fucking wrote, because it's just like, oh, that's a good concept of a thing, but it's like, actually seeing it through to the end is the most difficult part. Yes. So,
and and it's cool because now, at least for both of us, in our respective fields, we're in a position where we can actually see our projects through to the end, where we have the ability to. It's just the actual doing that is the challenge. Like, being able to fully commit and just
not be a lazy cunt.
Yeah, just fucking do it. So it's cool. It's a pretty cool feeling, and especially, I'm 21. You're about to be 21. We're still really young. We basically have our entire lives ahead of us.
Yeah,
it's really cool for us to be in a position to be able to, put out this kind of stuff that makes us creatively satisfied and fulfills them creative urges.
And the fact that both of us started younger as well with both of these projects, it's given us time to develop as we've developed as well. Yeah. And to figure out what we like. And now that technically we're fucking smashing into adulthood. Into adulthood, we know what...
With our massive cocks.
We know what we want to do as a creative outlet. Yeah. And, like, at least I can imagine we have an idea of how to get there. It's just,
Yes.
the whole thing of fucking doing it. Like, that's the one thing you hear, like, so often about, like, either musicians that just quit for years because they don't have the drive to do it, or authors that have books that just don't fucking go anywhere and have been in the work in progress stage for 10 years because they just don't have the drive to fucking finish it. Like, it's... We know what we have to do, and you're right, we are at this point. We're 21 and we're fucking ready to go kill it.
Exactly. It's really it's a pretty cool feeling, and and actually to add to that, one of the people I respect, is it the cat at my door? Anyway, one of the people I respect the most is actually someone we mentioned earlier, Mike. He is an incredible composer. I'm amazed that because even though, you know, for someone like him, like that kind of content to be seen on YouTube is pretty slim. Like the chances of him making it big on YouTube are pretty slim, because there are a million other people that do remixes and covers and what have you. But his goal is not to be a cover artist on YouTube or a musician like who writes about stuff like mine is. Like, that's what I want to do. But his is to actually compose music for video games, and he's so good at it. If you just go on his channel and listen to some of his original tracks that he's written, like he's written certain tracks based on what original tracks based on what you would hear in a certain video game. It's just so crazy. Like, he wrote one for based on Sonic Forces that I did vocals for. It's so good. Like, there's just so much he has going for him. He's so talented. And while I don't think YouTube is necessarily what he wants to do, or what he should be doing, I have very little doubt in my mind that somebody will see just how talented he is with composing and executing original compositions, instrumental compositions, and hire the shit out of him for their literally any type of video game soundtrack. Like, he can do there's so much variety in what he can do. It's amazing. But yeah, anyway, I just wanted to bring that up. Mike, I love you.
Yeah. For him, for us, for me, YouTube's just been a funny platform, upload things. For you, it's been a real way to get your music out there and promote your music, because it is one of the biggest platforms for that. Yeah. But for him, it's just a platform to promote his work for a bigger goal.
Yes.
Whereas, your bigger goal would still be music, but obviously, I'd imagine you'd still upload that music on YouTube.
Yes.
Whereas for him, it's just a pathway to get to that point where he can make music for games and work for a company.
And the thing is, with more and more games being developed by indie companies, the amount of games that are just being made, and it's the same for things, because another thing I want to get into properly, professionally at some point, is voice acting. The more and more stuff that's being made, the more need for that kind of thing there's going to be. The more they're going to ask for it. So that's why I think I have little doubt that within the next few years he'll be hired by an indie game studio to compose for their game, because and that's something you can do for a very long time. Like, that kind of creative juice that just doesn't run out. So he could do that for literally compose music for video game soundtracks. Like, he could do that for a very long time. So it's just really cool. And he's born a year before me, so he's 22 now.
Nice.
He's still really young too. So there's so much ahead of us. It's crazy.
Mike, come on the podcast and have a fucking chat about your future. Yeah. Let's fucking do it, man.
Mike, I
love that round out, though. We started off being we're 21. And rounding it off with that, we're 21, we got the whole fucking future ahead of us. I think that's the fucking perfect way to cap off
it's
this
true,
episode.
because, one thing that kind of annoys me, and it's people don't look at the grand scheme of things. people like I follow this girl who just turned 20 a few days before I turned 21, and she was like, she's actually insecure, and it's when, you know, it's okay, I guess, but like if you're insecure about your age at 20, like apparently someone called her a boomer and she got offended. Like, okay, you're literally 20 years old. Like, anyone with a brain, like anyone older than you with a brain would say, like, hey, you literally have your whole life ahead of you. Like, you're not old, okay? No. Like, so, and you know, that's still true for us at 21. It's like, it's just, I mean, you know, people apparently, like, I even heard from, you know, Dan Avidan, he's 41 now. He apparently, like, when he turned 40, his grandma said, hey, you still have your whole life ahead of you. He's 41. Like, people think that when you're in your 40s, you're old. But really, it's just, you know, age is just always going to be a number. It doesn't define you or whatever. Like, it's just, you know, it's literally just a measurement. It's not saying how capable or incapable you are of living the life you want to live. So, I don't know. Just don't be an idiot. You can do whatever you want. You know, you're a goddamn adult. Fucking don't fucking let some idiot on the internet call you a boomer and get offended.
I feel like I've been motivated enough to take down that fucking video I recorded yesterday, because this is like literally you're right, we literally do have the whole fucking world ahead of us.
Yeah, so, exactly.
I'm gonna
and
fucking
the world's not gonna end from climate change, you dumb fucks.
No, it's not. It's not.
It is a problem. We have to address it, but the world's not gonna end. Dumbasses.
No. I'm gonna take this shit down. Holy fuck! I am 2 views away from 5,555 views.
Yo!
What the fuck? Look at that shit.
Oh my god.
Yeah, nah. I'm gonna make a different video addressing my channel, because this one is depressing. So I'm taking this one down, but I'm feeling much more motivated about shit. Fuck off.
Yes.
Cunt.
So that's that's why I'm hoping I'll take a break over my weekend trip to the beach, and then when I come back, I'll be ready to smash it. So
sounds epic.
Yep.
All right. Goodbye that video. I'm gonna record another one later, which is more motivating.
Suck my dick, that video.
Suck my dick, depression. Anyway, thank you.
Bro, depression's gay.
Depression is pretty gay. I reckon. You know what? I can't.
You know what? The more things change, the more things stay the same. Ain't that right?
Exactly. It's good to be back, and I'm excited to get back on the grind. I know. I feel like I'm a little bit more in the headspace to talk about like chill stamp music and a few other topics that I know we want to talk about.
Yeah.
So I reckon we're gonna get back on the grind. We're gonna get the FireStorm lit again. So
maybe probably not every week still, but we're gonna make it semi-regularly. Maybe.
Yeah, we're gonna get back on the grind. It's not gonna be every week. We can confirm that, because fuck, that hurts. Yeah. But we will.
My brain.
My brain. But there'll be more content for you. So
more stupidity coming your way. You're welcome.
Thank you. We didn't really intro this properly, so I'll just outro it. Thank you all so much for watching.
If you want to
if you want to subscribe to the channel, we got more content coming. Check out some of the older videos. We did a lot of good interviews recently.
Bro, we have so many older videos. Holy crap.
Like, I love all of our guest episodes as well. They're all fucking great,
the guest episodes are great.
We also need to react to my audiobook soon. We need to fucking do that.
Oh,
we need to get on
I
the
forgot
beers.
about that.
We need to get on the beers and react to the audiobook.
Yo, I'll get some fucking... I'll literally go out and get like some vodka or something just for the occasion. Take shots at the beginning of every chapter. Wait, how many chapters are there?
There's 11.
Oh, maybe I'll take a half shot.
I was thinking every second chapter we take a shot.
Yeah, maybe I'll take a half shot at the beginning of every chapter.
Lovely. Anyway, subscribe to the channel. If you have any questions or suggestions, send us an email at firestormproductions2, or leave it in the comments down below. And if you want to interact with at gmail.com. Yes, I think it's and if you want to interact with us, do so on our Twitter at FireStormPod, where there will be continuous dick jokes.
Dude, so many dick jokes. Dude, people wonder why I don't post dick jokes on my fucking SilverStorm account. It's because I post all my dick jokes on the FireStorm account. All of them.
Yes.
Whenever I think of a dick joke, I don't post it there. I go to the FireStorm account.
Yes.
Or when I post something that's like mildly like maybe possibly could be offensive to someone. Like the boob thing. Like the boobs thing. I was like, I have a few female friends who might not approve of this, so I'm gonna post it on the FireStorm account.
Boobs. What?
Boobs. What?
What? Anyway.
Yeah.
Yes,
so whenever I'm like,
things...
I have a few female friends who might disapprove of this tweet, time to move it to the FireStorm account.
Guys, we're 21, but we're not any more mature as compared to when we were fucking 12. So, anyway.
I haven't matured since I was 8.
Boobs. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Have a good one.
Y'all like Minecraft?
Y'all like Minecraft?
Y'all like Minecraft? Okay, wait, one more tangent. We already outroed it, but I'm gonna do one more tangent. So I matched with a girl on Tinder today, and I wanted to do a Minecraft pickup line because she said she wanted to play Minecraft with someone in her bio, and I found this. I came up with a pickup line, but I couldn't do it because Tinder doesn't let you send pictures because guys send too many unsolicited dick pics. But
yeah.
I wanted to send a picture of an ender pearl and be like, oh shit, my ender pearl landed here. What's up? My ender pearl landed in your DMs. What's up?
Oh my god.
Y'all like Minecraft?
Y'all like Minecraft? I love Idol.
Bro,
so much.
He's such a man. Bro, that documentary was so fucking weird. It was so awkward the whole time.
It was, but then that one clip of him walking in the middle of a conversation.
Y'all like Minecraft? Dude, that fucking broke me. That
was amazing.
Anyway, y'all like Minecraft? Goodbye.
So yeah, goodbye.
Y'all like Minecraft?
Y'all like Minecraft?